Hello again, everybody! It's me, Mr. McSquare. Welcome to the Buck-Chuckets and Piglins server. We're expanding the farm today. This is my well, not just mine. This is the Prismarine farm for the server. And as you can see, there's a previous episode that covers this. We built a Prismarine farm that essentially allows Guardians to spawn in controlled spots, and then those controlled spots, they get harvested for all their goodies. And that is up in that box there. That's the sweet spot to go AFK and have the maximum number of spawners activate and be harvested. So the thought today is this is the perfect place to expand the AFK farm complex. Now, this is the center, and this is the key spot of it all. I want to be able to AFK at the sweet spot, which it was a box a moment ago, but we're going to dress that up into something a little bit nicer and more functional. But this is the spot right here. Why this spot matters is, again, that allows the most number of Prismarine spawners to activate within its controlled area of effect and rendering distance in Minecraft magic that has to happen. So basing it off of that, we're going to add a farm above it, and the farm we're going to add above will be an iron farm. Yeah, we've already got an iron farm, but I want one-stop shop. The overall concept is that if I go AFK at one farm, I don't want to collect one resource, I want to collect multiple resources. Iron, probably one of the best resources and one of the first early game farms that people should really focus on getting, because iron is used for so many components of so many things. So now in the background, you can see floating in the air is a basic iron farm. Well, it's almost complete. I just have to add villagers. So I'll show you what we got. And it was important for me to put this farm in first at the Prismarine location. That's the location was number one. And then this farm out of the way, because it's got a mechanic that has to do with villagers and beds and spawning and where iron golems can spawn. And we want to control all those factors so that all the farms work. So this time we're going to use barrels for fishermen. This will cause any villagers in here to become fishermen, which becomes evident later. Now the Prismarine farm, it produces essentially sea lanterns, Prismarine bricks, and Prismarine blocks, and cod. So cod we can trade with fishermen for emeralds. And there's way more cod than you'll ever need. So rather than just throw it away, we're going to incorporate it into being recycled in this farm for emeralds. So the two farms somewhat complement each other. You can see I put a line of hoppers along the outside from the collection chamber down to a chest. Normally I just have a chest in the room with the other dudes, but there's no need to go up there now. It just brings it down here. I could run that line all the way down to the bottom, but this is going to be where I AFK, so I might as well have the chest here. All that is missing from the iron farm, of course, is villagers. And the easiest way to get villagers up in the air is with good old scaffolding. So I just put a lead onto the boat that has the villagers, and going up the scaffolding you can see they are being towed along behind. Super simple. Scaffolding, a bedrock builder's best friend. We'll talk about Stinky Java edition. Okay, so we get them in place. You can see they're already loving their new location. And in time, and with a little bit of food, they're going to fill this place up with all kinds of fishermen. Which, it's a farm of its own. A codfish to emerald farm. You can also see that, of course, they'll have a variety of other trades. Like, you could buy a campfire from them for 2 emeralds if you didn't want to go and collect a variety of different resources to make campfires. Just little things like that. So now I've added a way up and down from my AFK position. And as it's a Prismarine farm, we're going to add a Prismarine layer. So each of those little pillars with the lights on it, that's a spawner location for the Guardians. And right now you can see, hey, look, hey, yeah, look, 20 fishermen, nice. And look, oh, yeah, they trade cod, yeah, cod for emeralds, yeah. There's more cod than you know to do this one. So now there's just an endless supply of emeralds. Alrighty. So on top of each of these little pedestals, I'm going to put the farm layer. I'll give you a look from the distance. Put a little elytra and rocks. You can see there's just little pillars sticking up. And each of those pedestals, let's say, that's a spawning location for the Guardians. Just to dress it up a bit. We're not going to build right on top of the Guardians. We're just going to leave that little gap. Because essentially this is a Prismarine farm that's being updated, upgraded, expanded. Look at that. Look at that. That is mostly sea lanterns, Prismarine bricks, and Prismarine that you get from this farm. This farm has produced its own layer. And in the middle, it matches incredibly well. Those are oxidized copper grates that I got from the trial chamber farm. Or trial chamber, I should say. I just harvested the copper out of it. And those grates, it matches incredibly well with the Prismarine. Look at that color. It looks like they belong together. So the next big addition is bamboo. Why bamboo? Well, it's the easiest wood resource to harvest. I don't want to use it for fuel. I like to use lava for fuel. But it is an option if you want to use bamboo for fuel, or for sticks, or what I really just want is bamboo blocks. Bamboo blocks that I can turn into planks, that I can turn into chests, which will lead into hoppers and other things. It's a wood farm. What kind of wood? Don't care. The building guide. For colored trees and logs and stuff for pretty builds, we'll have to farm those separately. This is just essentially to have a wood resource. Like, look at all these hoppers. All these hoppers are made out of iron and chests. That's a lot of wood and iron. Got an iron farm, and now I have a more efficient wood farm. There's a lot of tutorials out there. This is going to use a flying machine to harvest it. And Java flying machines work differently than Bedrock. There's reasons for it, and I invite people to just go on to YouTube and look up different users. But essentially, they're different. And now my AFK spot has grown a bit. And you can see it's just pumping out iron. Prismarine block, that's the magic place to stand. I added a bed. So technically this is my first house. My first bed with no villager that's claimed it. That's actually mine. They're producing cats, making iron, and we added bamboo on the side. We have lots of room to expand, but for now it's a giant bamboo chamber, and I just let this grow so that you can see how much bamboo you get out of a single harvest. So lots of double chests down here being fed by a hopper line, and the whole thing is collected by a flying machine. So we'll just empty this because we had it running in testing and so forth. And you can see the auto crafter. It's essentially empty. There's a few sticks in there. Not going to worry about it. Same with this one over here. There'll be a few sticks in there too. And we'll just empty it so that we see how much wood we get out of one harvest. The auto crafters automatically are going to turn the bamboo into bamboo blocks, which is going to save me a lot of time. A lot of time and inventory shenanigans. There is the potential for stuff to break, so always have an access door and a way to fix things. That's all that is. It's just a maintenance door. We'll keep it closed for now though. And then we'll run the machine. This is an excellent, outstanding machine. There's a foreign gentleman named Oraru, I can't even pronounce it, but I'll put a link in the description. He made an SNNS machine, which stands for sticky, normal, sticky. And that's the pistons that drive the whole mechanism. It's really super simple once you get it, but he runs an excellent tutorial. This is his design. The only thing I designed was a different return station, but otherwise it's all him. So I got to give him 90% credit, and I'm only going to take 10% credit for this. But that's just awesome that he figured all that out and runs that machine. Yeah, check out the link for a tutorial on that. And let's see how much wood we get out of a single harvest. About 3.5 stacks. The stuff in my inventory, that's what we emptied out. But all the stuff in the box here, again, about 3.5 stacks on each side. That's about 7 stacks of bamboo blocks from one full cycle. There's still some more in the system, but trust me, it's about 7 stacks of bamboo blocks if you just show up and harvest it from its full grown. Oh, let's summarize all this and get going back to building. So in summary, we have our fly machine bamboo farm, which will run until I turn that off, or if I leave the area and it stops rendering. But as long as I'm at this AFK location, Prismarine farm, the bamboo farm, and the iron farm all run, which means I get iron ingots, poppies, string, and iron ingots of course make iron blocks from the iron farm over my head. The Prismarine farm, I can make Prismarine sea lanterns, bricks, and blocks, and of course we get raw cod, and the raw cod gets turned into emeralds from the iron farm. And lastly, and giantly, is the bamboo farm. So we get all these elements just from hanging out in AFK. Just from AFKing at that one spot. And look, there's room for more. There's room for more. And if you have any ideas on what I should add here, please comment. I'm looking for some good ideas on what other farms to add to this. So check me out next time. And until then, bye-bye.